Welcome back to Texas Truck Channel. I'm Craig, and as you can tell from the thumbnail, we're finally taking this thing up the hill that's supposed to be. And in fact, we got a goodie for you because, as you know from another video, we got some new tires, some new meats. How do they perform, Brian? We're gonna have a special specific test we're gonna do with this, and what is that?
It's a hill test, and what we're gonna do here in particular is, can we make it up in one-wheel drive?
What do you mean by one-wheel drive?
What I mean by that is, traditionally in a 4x4 vehicle, you've got rear-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, four-wheel drive with a locker. If you do it in two-wheel drive with the rear end not locked, effectively it's one-wheel drive because it's going to send power to the wheel that has the least amount of traction.
Because it's an open diff.
It's an open diff. So what I mean by that is we're going to go in two-wheel drive, no diff lock, and see if it can make it. The reason why I want to do this is because only 3 vehicles have done this in the past. They're all Fords, Craig.
Ooh.
Trimmer, F-150, and any Raptor. There's multiple Raptors that have made it. So Raptors Gen 1 through Gen 3, through the 37s and the Raptor R, they can all one-wheel hop their way up this thing.
Fair enough.
That being said, the hill has changed a little bit, and so it's not quite the same angle it used to be.
But we've changed it too a little bit.
We have too. So on top of our freaking awesome, I'm going to push these more because I think they're a gift to the off-road community. The Cali raised ditch lights, seriously, they're the best. For $176, you
something
get
like that. Yeah, it's
the
ridiculous.
Wiring, the brackets. I just think it's such a no-brainer, and there's no wind noise from them. Happiest thing I've done on this truck is that. And we've done a lot of cool stuff to it. So first thing we've done in terms of performance off-road are the tires. These are 285 7017 BFG K03s, baby. These are the new ones. We've had K02s a bunch in the past. We've still got a new set on our LR3 film vehicle that is in the background of these shots a lot. But we had to go for the new tire for the newest truck on the market just to see how it did.
And Brian, the #1 performance mod you can do to any vehicle on the planet.
Tires. No question about it. Now, we've wrapped it around basically some steelies off of the 4Runner, previous gen 4Runner. And more details on that later. We're going to get into more technical stuff later on. But the biggest deal is we've gone from a 32-inch trail terrain BF Goodrich to a 33-inch K03. And this is a much more aggressive tread pattern. We've already had one comment, Craig, on the previous video when we talked about this tire. Is, oh man, it's already holding rocks like the old one. Yeah, and every other all-terrain tire ever made on the planet, period, the end.
It does hold a lot of rocks.
He's not wrong, but they all do it, is what I'm saying. Yeah. So there's that. Now, what I can talk about is the approach angle with the 32-inch tire is a 34 plus approach angle.
That's really good to start with.
That's amazing, actually. So now we've made it better. So you've increased the ride height effectively by ½ an inch on the
right. Because you've done here is you've been whoop up, and so now that gets bigger.
So the tire is a total inch higher, then it's ½ inch higher off the ground because it's the diameter of the tire. So
and Brian, 33s, we should point out. In this wheel well.
No rubbing.
Fit perfect.
Yeah, no rubbing.
Even when it's fully stuffed, it doesn't matter. Lock to lock. Yeah.
We've articulated it, all that kind of stuff. Full compression, no rubbing at all. Really cool with that. And this thing's a lot wider. This thing's almost 1.5 inches wider than the previous tire. We went from pizza cutters to the beefy boys. Coming down the middle, 26.1 degree breakover angle, and then out the back, 26.1 as well. Again, those numbers should improve with increased ride height. If someone has the brain power to do that off camera, put it in the comments below. We'd love to figure it out. If you increase the vehicle's height by ½ an inch, what do you get for approach angle changes?
And Brian, you have spare fuel because these tires get less mileage?
That is true. I just got back from a road trip from Houston, and I can report 75% of its payload capacity at 80 miles an hour, highway speed, 15.5 miles a gallon.
Well, actually, could be worse.
Could be worse. Yeah, it could be a Raptor. There is that. So all I covered, let's just do it. Let's see what we got.
Let's do it. Brian's getting in there real quick. I do want to kind of go through the goodies one more time.
Well, there's the main one. Look up here real quick.
Oh, the main one? Yeah, that'll help you get up.
If you see Sasquatch, done.
Boom.
We got him covered.
Problem solved.
Yep.
But Brian, you've got a lot of goodies, specifically the TRD off-road trim. What do we get the TRD off-road? Just remind the viewers if you haven't seen the other video.
There's lots of stuff, but the biggest, most important thing to us is the rear diff lock. So that's all this off-road goodie stuff. You can get four-wheel drive on any Tacoma, but this bit is on the off-road trim and up. So you get tow haul, which you can get, there's drive modes, then you get multi-terrain select and crawl control, downhill assist control. We've added some extra goodies on the side, zombie lights, that kind of stuff, but this right here, that's the money right there. The diff lock is what makes and breaks a rig and just off-road smoothness, basically.
It just makes everything smooth. Now, Toyota will only let us use it in
4-low.
Correct.
Which is an absolute, just silly thing to do, I think.
Because GM and Ford don't make you do that.
No, they just put it on a two-wheel drive. In fact, option that on a two-wheel drive if you want. Now, the pre-runner allows you to have this on a two-wheel drive truck.
Which is interesting.
So it can be done.
Yep.
It's just a choice. I wish it was a choice that we had.
All right, we're gonna get up the hill like we talked about. It is a little different, it's a little harder. We're gonna do the main line. And like Brian said, only a few vehicles have made it up the main line in two-wheel drive, or what we're calling one-wheel drive without the lockers. So let's see what happens with these K03s. We've got the approach, we've got the meats. See if we've got the grip. Oh no.
Hey, question.
Okay, hang on.
Okay, so look. Oh, yes! Trip camera is on. Hey, I did fib the line because I'm afraid the nose is going to hit. I'm going to take it square and let me know how close I am. You think I can give it a little bit?
Okay, I got to take it slow so I can tell you.
Okay.
we're gonna have to get a little more momentum. That's just because of a grip situation.
Okay, hold on.
Back up and bump it more. There you go.
Okay.
Several things there. One, you mentioned trailing arms and wheel hop. Earlier off camera.
I did, yeah.
Well, we saw it in action.
Well, it's the first time we had that much wheel spin with this.
But several factors here though. One, tire has to be the right tire. If you don't have the right tire, this is not happening.
Oh, by the way, previous tire, even if we had a 1-inch lift kit, not doing that.
Not doing that.
I could hear the earth just getting grappled underneath this thing.
And the other thing you have to do this in quote unquote one-wheel drive is you have to have the approach and breakovers.
Yeah, totally.
You did rub the trailing arm coming up because we were a little bit of speed.
Well,
and it
wasn't
bad.
By design, that's okay.
Absolutely.
Within a certain,
that's what I was going to say.
It's designed to be a slider.
There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. And this is our vehicle, so we can kind of be a little more aggressive with that.
It's not abusive though, by the way. That's just trail use.
No, but it did it.
It did it. Now, I do want to say, it officially passed.
Yeah.
The Sequoia and Tundra TRD Pro could not do this, but it was not the prettiest at doing it. And I want to explain why. The biggest reason why is being a 4-popper turbo in this big of a tire, it needed some boost to get enough torque to spin. And when it does, because this is the nature of turbos, they spike.
Yes.
Right? So I'm not getting a linear V8 style. I can roll and keep a constant torque curve. I could have done better if I had more attempts, but look, on all the others we've done this with, they just kind of are a little more graceful when they do it. But man, it did it.
What if the hybrid would help with that?
Well, that's a good question. Stay tuned for that.
With that, thanks for watching. Be sure to check out more on Texas Truck Channel. We got a lot of Tacoma stuff coming your way. Let us know in the comments if you think something else could make it. I don't know if we'll try it, but maybe.
Bye-bye.
See you next time.